Nick Wilson with Dan Brownlee after a 2-0 win at home to Marlow. And Dan, with all that went on, how good does that feel?
It's a big one. Yeah, it's a big one. There was a lot of nonsense which went on before the game, on organisation, delayed kick-offs. We've had to start our warm-up again and suffered losing our skipper. But we put on a real professional performance today. Really proud of the boys. The way they went about it, I thought we dominated pretty much the entirety of the game. Felt comfortable. And yeah, it felt like a really, really solid performance. So I'm incredibly happy about the result. It was a big one. It's been built up, not necessarily by us, but obviously the magnitude and size of it is made bigger by the fact that they're up there. But I thought the way we went about our game, we were professional, the standards were high, yeah, I'm really pleased.
The first goal came from Scott Armsworth. I believe that's his first since the opening day of last season. How much do you expect Scott Armsworth to score a goal in these situations?
We actually spoke about it before the game. It's nice. Sometimes you leave the boys to their own devices with set pieces a little bit, but we worked on something during the week, and we actually pulled Scott in for a quick chat. We'd done our homework on Marlow, and we watched a couple of games of recent, and we noticed that they were semi-vulnerable at the front post. And Brad sticks in a fantastic cross, and Scotty finishes in the way that we can. And we want more goals from Scott. We want more goals from Billy, because they're big lads, but they're very aerially dominant, as you see, kind of in game. But yeah, we want more from them. So Scott has hopefully opens the count again this season, and hopefully he can add to it again.
It's another win against a side that's challenging for promotion, and another win as well where the team looks to step on from last season. Are there particular areas you focused on to get to that point, or is it something you see right across the field?
Game management has become part of it. We're slightly more effective in know-how in how to win games, and we do that professionally. I pride ourselves on not taking the mick. You know, we play the game properly. We play the game in the right way, and that culture is important to me. But I think I've said to you before, I think we've improved in every area. And I said before in my last interview that game that we played away at Marlow was a stain, and this has gone some way in removing that. But to be honest, that loss probably did us a favour, because since that point we've turned a real corner with standards, with attitudes. Even when things go against us, we rise up. When things aren't going our way in games, we find a way, and that's testament to the boys. You know, they listen, they work hard, they're really together. There's nothing not to like about this group, and look, we've got a massively long way to go. But results like that, performances like that particularly, are a huge boost to the morale, to the know-how of the group, and to know that we can, you know, and we've showcased that a couple of times now. So it's a big win, and I'm sure the Basingstoke fans particularly will enjoy that one.
And with all the disruption before the game, how much does that impact your team? And with DeAndre Brown coming in as well at late notice, how was his performance?
Yeah, there was a lot of disruption. I don't know what's gone on. I mean, we've played in blue and yellow since 1896 or whatever it is. So God knows how that's happened, and to have delayed kick-off, and we agree a time of 15:15, and they're still in their changing room at 20:15. It was disappointing, you know, because we thought we were professionally set up. We thought we'd done everything the right way. But do you know what? Again, I can't speak high enough for the boys. Like we had an interrupted warm-up. We went back inside. We came back out. We had a quick chat about making sure that our standards are really high going into the game, and they did that. But again, testament to the likes of DeAndre Brown. You know, you get told you're going to start a game of that kind of calibre 10 minutes before kick-off, and to go and put on the performance that he did today is just exceptional. Particularly when you lose and your skipper, you know, that's a big loss. Particularly the way Donny's been playing recently. So yeah, there was a lot of frustration before the game, but we didn't rise to it. We didn't make anything more of it than it should have been. It was a professional performance and a very worthy, well-earned 3 points.
And there's another big game coming on Tuesday now against Chertsey. Is it good after a performance like this to come into a game like that off the shorter week?
Do you know what? I convinced myself that it's sometimes better to have 3 weeks and then a big game, 3 weeks and a big game. Now I'm quite excited by the fact that we've got two in quick succession. Like people were talking to me before today saying, just don't get beat. And I have to admit, coming into the game, and this is no arrogance to it, but I never felt like we were going to, and that's no disrespect to people that face us. It felt today like we weren't going to be beaten. We refused to be beaten. And look, you can say that now in beautiful hindsight, but it was a real sense of strength and not arrogance, just that belief. Belief. That's the word. Belief. Because these boys know how good they can be, and the scary thing is, when you look at the way we were at the start of the season, we're getting better. We are getting better. We're learning about each other. We're obviously bringing Hodgie in, who was magnificent today. Brad still performing. Like, okay, he's not getting his goals at the minute. The fact that people are calling it a drought after 3 games is hilarious. But yeah, everyone contributed today. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to Chertsey in the same way that I was today. We love playing big games, and we've earned the right for them to be big. Playing Marlow or playing Chertsey when you sit in 10th, 11th, 8th, whatever it is, the game's not as big. So we've earned the right to call these big games, which is a really, really good place to be, and we're proud to shoulder that responsibility.
I think we're all looking forward to it. Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Nick.
Buzzing.